My name is R. Crosby Lyles, and this is News from the Can. Paul Joseph Watson is strangely missing. His last upload was 4 days ago. Yesterday, the big summit between Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump. Donald Trump is Paul Joseph Watson's favorite American president, I guess, or something. I mean, he's constantly defending Donald Trump.
One nation controlled by the media. Yeah, sounds like those lyrics were written by Trump. So you got a song to #1 that talks about a hysterical media controlling the nation with propaganda, which is Trump's main talking point at every single rally he attends.
The dishonest media. Yeah, fake news.
Well done, idiot. Scrappy UK company tries to get free publicity with anti-Trump virtue signaling. Backfires horribly.
We can make 100 of these
Okay, so that's cool, dude. But where the fuck are you? Great Britain is that's a pretty rough and tumble kind of place. I mean, it's possible to get kicked upside your kipper in a pub somewhere, in a dust-up in a pub, and, you know, he could be laid up in a hospital, having had his ass kicked in a pub for all I know. Or something else. You know, he could have been picked up by MI5 because, I mean, maybe he's a spook, or something. Or maybe he just said he saw Donald Trump's performance and he said, you know what, fuck this shit, I'm out of here. So nobody really knows. And I am sensitive to the fact that, he might have gotten in a car accident. Who knows? He might be sick. He might have gotten ptomaine, or something. Something like that's not funny. But, he might just be out with the flu. But the moment of truth, I mean, here you've got 4 days ago. And the moment of truth was yesterday. The big, that's like the World Series. You're like a sportscaster, you know what I mean? Doing up to the minute every 2 days, it looks like 6 days ago, 4 days ago. Every couple of days doing an upload. Okay, there's 2 weeks ago. Whatever. Okay, anyway. But, up to the minute sort of commentary. And then yesterday's the main event. And now dude is like MIA. So, what's up with that Paul Joseph Watson? What's up with that, bud? What's going on? Huh? Cat got your tongue? I hope nothing's up. He's all right. I mean, stranger things can have happened. It's a wild and woolly world we live in. I hope he's okay. I don't hate the guy. He's actually a very talented guy. I don't agree with probably 75% of what the guy comes out the guy's mouth, but I appreciate talent when I see it. The man's definitely talented. Wow. He could do, he could use those rhetorical skills for better purposes than, well, I don't know. I guess if he enjoys doing what he's doing, I'm not gonna knock somebody for doing what they like to do. As long as you're not tearing shit up, That's the thing I don't like about, the people don't like about InfoWars. And what's, the stuff that's going on with YouTube demonetizing channels and stuff like that, they're obviously leveling the playing field for the big players. And what I mean by that is there's an unfair advantage for a YouTuber getting paid for their content on YouTube when they don't have to follow the same rules of verification and so forth that the big news organizations have to follow, and they can just basically you can just fart stuff out the side of your ass and get paid for it. And there's like no downside. So, I don't know. There is some legitimacy to, how are they going to do it? How are they really, in all honesty, how are they going to police a medium? Television news is pretty much, there's a code of conduct amongst actual reporters. And yeah, sometimes they get it wrong, but when it comes to, we're in a race to the bottom as far as most outrageous story that somebody can tell, and it just lends itself to dishonesty and and hyperbole and stuff. So, and when you're talking about hyperbole, I don't know about Paul Joseph Watson necessarily. Some of his stuff seems fairly reasonable. But, Alex Jones, man, you're talking about hyperbole.
Actually, 7 strikes. Supposed to only be 3, but...
Yeah, see, and he's complaining right now. He's got 319 people. You can't really see this. Shit, I wish I could move this around. It's got 321 people watching this, 66 likes. Okay, that's cool. It was I got a little notice down here at the bottom. Alex Jones has been on nonstop. He's probably on 7 days a week because his view numbers are flailing. And YouTube they're cracking down. And it's you can kind of tell this is going to be coming down the line sooner or later. And for probably a myriad of different reasons. But these guys, I hate to say it, man, InfoWars and Fox News and people who have perpetuated abject falsehoods, just complete and total. You got people out there believing that we never landed on the moon and flat Earth, and it's pretty crazy out there. And I'm sorry, dude, but I got to lay that at the feet of InfoWars and all the other purveyors of hyperbolic crap, and they don't have to. Alex Jones doesn't have to abide by the same rules that the CNN reporters actually do. And that, I don't even, maybe even Fox News, but they're I don't know what's up with them. I think they're considered entertainment. It's Fox News Entertainment or something. There's some reason why there's a loophole there. But, and CBS is not today is not the CBS that I grew up with in the 70s. The Wally Schaefer, Ed Bradley, even Dan Rather. Back in the day, Dan Rather was pretty good, and he turned into a loon after a while, but he's not bad now in his old age. But CBS News, you could trust those guys. Walter Cronkite, are you kidding me? They didn't fuck around. So, but we got our situation is under control, and the enemies, our adversaries, our American adversaries can take advantage of that. Can take advantage of false reporting. Can take advantage of this vast chasm of uncertainty that's created by all this hyperbolic misinformation spun up just to make money. So within that, what the problem is, and here's the problem. Okay, the problem is that foreign powers like Vladimir Putin's Russia use that to get Americans to distrust their own government. That's how you know that you're being subject to political warfare, when somebody's trying to get you to distrust your own government. And when you look at a lot of these libertarian-esque talking heads like Alex Jones and a few others, they get you to distrust democracy and to just distrust the government. And there might be some fringe things that have gone on where that seem sort of shady that the government has done, and lies that have been perpetrated. But most of the big major lies have been perpetrated by George W. Bush's administration. is a big one. But you can't tell me that really we couldn't trust the government during Obama's term. There's some stuff that's got to be done, but it comes down to when people stop trusting the government and are afraid of things like FEMA camps and and stuff like that. When the distrust gets bad enough, then all of a sudden people stop paying attention to severe weather alerts, or if something really bad happens, like God forbid the Yellowstone should actually really explode or something like that, or there's some sort of a disease outbreak, then people won't respond in a timely manner or in a negative manner, in a way that's really not helpful. So Yeah. Sooner or later, you know that sooner or later, the information conduit has got to tune it up a little bit. You know, has got to rein in some stuff. And that's just life. Tough shit. You know, and that affects me. It affects everybody. And I'm not really a leftist. I'm a New Dealer. I'm a Democrat, but you know, I'm leftist leaning, progressive, and I'm affected. I ain't making no money on this shit, you know. So everybody's affected. You have to do some really watered down, mundane shit in order to, you know, to really reliably make a living, and I'm not even sure if those people are really making a living. What is it? This eggs, candy eggs, or something like that, or these eggs that are wrapped up and they have toys inside of them, and there are people that that's all they do is upload video of opening these eggs with little surprise things in them, and children just love that shit. So. Well, I mean, if I got to do that, well, you know, I might as well go hang siding for a living or something, you know, whatever. So, anyway, Paul Joseph Watson, you know, talented dude. I don't agree with 80% of what he says, 80% of the 80% of the shit that comes out of his mouth, but I do recognize that he's a talented dude. I hope he's all right. You know, because it's odd. Here it is, you know, and yesterday Trump meets Putin, and today, and the last video that he uploaded was 4 days ago. I don't know, man. It just doesn't, something ain't right. You know, either that or he just said fuck it. You know, I don't know. Who knows? But I hope the dude's all right. And you know, I don't necessarily like everything that he's with InfoWars. I don't like a lot of shit that they. I don't know. There's some of their stuff is interesting, but you know, they push that edge in ways that I'm not always really comfortable with. Anyway, that's all I got. My name is R. Crosby Lyles. Paul Joseph Watson, if you're out there, hope you're all right, buddy. Y'all be good. Saturday 4th. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you.